Welcome back, Falcon Squadron. Today we are taking a look at the Luminara Replica Lightsaber by SabersPro. This is by far the most affordable replica lightsaber I have ever seen, starting at $158 for the baselit with tons of features and only $228 for the Xenopixel. You can also use our discount code Falcon Squadron to save some on top of that, and I'll leave the link down below for you. We're going to be taking a look at the Xenopixel version of this lightsaber, and let's see everything that's going to come in the box. You're of course going to have your beautiful Luminara hilt. We will get to that in just a second. Your Neopixel lightsaber blade. This is a 36-inch blade that will come with it. You have your manual, which will show you how to use it. Your battery charger. This will use a reusable battery that you just pop in, and I'll show you all how to get to that in a second. You'll have your Allen wrench and screws to go ahead and insert that blade. And you will also get a USB stick, so if you want to download and install any other sound fonts into this lightsaber, you are able to do so. Let's take a closer look at the hilt. This thing is really beautiful. It is made out of polished aluminum, and it is very lightweight, which makes it really awesome for both dueling and spinning. A couple standout features in my opinion are the blue in the emitter section and the gold accents at the end of the pommel. This Luminara saber is really cool, and what's interesting is you can't find this anywhere besides SabersPro. Disney used to sell them in the parks as a legacy lightsaber, and this blows that one out of the water considering the size of it, the feel, the quality, and all the features you're gonna get on it. There are 34 sound fonts, you all. That is insane. If we take a little closer look at the saber, we have a couple buttons on here. This one is just going to be an accent knob, and the black one right above it is actually going to be your emitter switch. And if we roll it over on the other side, we have a couple accented LED looking lights. These do not light up, but they look really beautiful on the saber. And a couple of screws back here in the back, which is actually how we're going to access your chassis. So before we get the blade into the saber, let me show you guys how to do that. To get to the battery, you're gonna see two screws here, and you're gonna take your Allen wrench and just undo both of those. When you flip it over, you're also going to want to unscrew your red button down here, and you're gonna want to take off and loosen your ignition button as well. Your last step is going to be to unscrew the top here of the emitter, and once you get that off, you're going to have access to your chassis. And all you're gonna do is pull it out, and right in here, you're going to see your battery that you can pop in and recharge. When you get the chassis back in, to make sure it is aligned, you'll see that logo there in the emitter, and then you'll know it is in the right spot to put all of your screws back into place. Let's go ahead and go over all the features of this lightsaber. Being a Xenopixel, it will have gesture controls, which is what we'll be using today. However, it does have an app which is really awesome. All you have to do is download it on your phone, link the saber to it, and you'll have all your features on there. Up above, I will put a link to a video showing you guys how to use all of those app-controlled features. To ignite your lightsaber, you're going to go ahead and twist the hilt clockwise, and it will go ahead and turn on for you. Now we're going to go over all of the effects that you can do while the lightsaber is on. So to do your blaster effect, you're going to tap your ignition switch, and you can deflect some blaster bullets. You will also have your drag effect, where the tip will change colors like you're dragging it against a wall or a blaster door. You just hold down the ignition button for half a second, and you'll get that drag effect right at the tip. You will have your flash on clash for when you're on battle and the lightsabers lock up. That is a really awesome feature. And you'll actually have your lock up effect if you hold down the ignition button and clash the saber. And you can see all the colors in there, like two sabers are locking up. And then you just push the ignition button to release that mode. I want to go ahead and go over two ways that you can change the color of the lightsaber. One is going to be to just hold down your ignition button for about 2 seconds. Color change. And you will notice the blade starts changing colors for you. And then when you get to a saber color that you want, we'll go ahead and stop on hot pink, because why not? You tap the ignition button and it will select that color for you. The second way to access your color changing is going to be to hold your saber upright and hold the ignition button, then twist clockwise followed by counterclockwise. And you'll be able to access your colors much quicker here by twisting the hilt. And as you can see, it's just cycling through all the colors. And you can find that one you want, tap the ignition, and it selects that color for you. And this is a cool way to access all the colors in between. We kind of have this cool, it looks orange on camera, but it's more of a salmon color. Before we go into the last feature I want to show you all, I just want you guys to take a listen to the spinning effect of this hilt. It sounds so good, and that smooth swing is to die for. That is one thing from Neopixel lightsabers that I can never get over. And the cool thing is you have all these features on your baselit as well. The last effect I want to show you all is one that I've only seen on Xenopixel, so I wanted to show it off a little bit. This is called the force effect. So you're gonna hold your saber pointing down, kind of like if it were by your side, and hold your ignition button. And I'll hold it up a little bit so you can see, and then you're gonna rotate it counterclockwise followed by clockwise. And you get this cool effect and sound throughout the hilt. Let me get it a little closer to the mic so you can hear it. How cool is that? We're gonna go ahead and go over all the features that you can access while your lightsaber blade is off. The first one is going to be your volume control, which you access by holding down your button by half a second.
Volume high. Volume low. Mute.
Mute's really nice if you're working on spinning or you're out and about at a convention and you don't want to be making a lot of noise. We're going to be able to access both our ignition effect and our light effect on the saber. So to go ahead and access your color effects, you're going to hold down your button for about 1 to 1.5 seconds.
Pulse.
So that'll be a pulse effect.
Flash blade. Fire blade.
And let's go ahead and check that one out. So as you can see, the ignition is what was different there, but you have these ripples that are happening throughout the blade, which is your fire effect. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more.
Steady.
This will be a constant steady effect on the lightsaber, which is personally one of my favorites, especially if I'm out on Batu.
Rainbow blade.
And the rainbow blade is really cool. If you are like me and need to show a little pride in your life, this is it. We're going to go ahead and take a look at all of our different ignitions. Your ignitions are going to be how the light travels from the emitter up the blade. And to access this, you're going to hold down that ignition button for about 2 seconds.
Broken ignition.
As you can see on that one, it traveled in chunks up the blade.
Photon ignition.
That one's always really cool. I love how it just travels and then meets in the middle. And let's go ahead and take a look at one more.
Stack ignition.
Oh, this one's fun. This reminds me of video games. And it stacks down. It starts at the top and just layers on. As you can see, there are so many features on this lightsaber, but we are saving the best for last, which are all of our character fonts. There are 34 fonts loaded onto this lightsaber when you get it. And the beauty is you can download tons more. To access these fonts, you are going to twist your hilt counterclockwise.
The Butcher. Truly Lost. Wraith. The Senate.
And as you can see, there are 80 million.
Codex of Light, Cyber Terror, Dark Ages.
And when you get to one you like, you can turn it on. This one's really cool because it's like a Dark Ages sword. And the smooth swing on this one is to die for. You all, color me impressed with this lightsaber. You see what I did there? Lots of colors, lightsaber. This has blown my mind for the price point and all the features that you get on this, and it being a replica lightsaber that you can't get anywhere else. I cannot recommend this anymore. Remember, if you guys want to get your hands on this Luminara or any lightsabers from SabersPro, use our discount code and our link will be down in the description. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment. I am more than happy to answer them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this lightsaber review. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for many more lightsaber review videos, and I'll see you next time.